Well, here we are. It's the morning of June 6, 2013, and just want to post a quick video response to Konrad. First of all, a big thank you, Konrad, for posting the design and modification of the G27 mount. And I would call this G27 portable and compact steering wheel mount. As you know, the G27 itself has a lot of torque. Right now the motor's not on. But when the motor's on, there's quite a bit of torque when you're driving. It's quite realistic. And so you need something quite solid. So let's get right to the point here about this design, some of the pros and the cons. First of all, I really like the idea that you can modify anything here, especially using the crossbars here where you can move them up and down. And that's because you have the wing nuts. And I think that's the strength of this design, because the wing nuts allow you to do those modifications quickly and without being a headache. Secondly, one of the things that I did that I modified here is, instead of using just a simple rubber washer, I used a plumber's rubber grommet, and I modified them myself, and that became an additional screw on here, so it gave it even more rigidity. So just thought I'd post that, talk about that. And yeah, it's a great design. Worked great. Took me about 3.5 hours to put together and then to spray paint it. About 1.5 cans of Tremclad super gloss. And let's go over here without getting people dizzy from the camera moving here. Okay, so let's go to the back here and see what this looks like. And essentially what you're looking at here is I put the steering wheel mount and the stick shift itself on a piece of cedar that's about 2.5 to 3 inches thick. And I also put the driving wheel mount slightly askew, because in a real vehicle that's exactly how it is. It's not exactly centered. So I thought that would be cool. I didn't put a beer mug thing here or a cup like you did. I think shouldn't be drinking and driving. So there you go. That's it. Big thank you. And just a few things about the tools that you mentioned. One of the things that you didn't mention was that you need a hacksaw if you're going to cut the metal, number one. Number two, you need a metal drill bit. I was going to say a metal drill bit. A metal drill bit. And that helps you, of course. And you have to be careful, because when you're drilling through the metal, the torque from the drill will just catch into the metal and twist it out of your hands. Can be so if you are drilling through the metal, it helps if you use a vise. And that's about it. Just those things. And also, when I was doing the base, because the base of the wood is made out of 3/4 inch plywood, I was unable to get the bolts to clear the wood, so I had to actually gouge the wood out a certain distance so that the wood and the bolt would clear, so that I could push the bolt through. So that's something that, I guess, depending on which hardware store you go to, the height and the positioning of the holes might be different. It might be universal, but I don't think so. And for those Canadians out there, the total cost in Canadian dollars was $102. So a little bit more than Konrad's $70. And the wood itself was just sitting around in the garage. We won't stare at what's not worth staring at here. And that's basically it. That's just, again, big thank you, Konrad, and best of luck, and see you on Grid 2 or on Dirt 3. Cheers.